Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Entertainment only. Let me point to my two signs. Entertainment only. What I want to have a look at in this particular reading, as promised, I want to have a look at a post-regime. What's going to happen after this current crazy situation finally collapses in on itself, and that is coming at a great rate of knots. So after those last two insane readings, probably I am going certifiable. A deep breath, made myself a mug of dandelion tea, gave Nix a cuddle, and have given the puppy dogs their lunch. Now, yes, the dogs get breakfast, lunch, dinner, and supper. Spot has, that's my white dog with the big black spot on his back, has cancer. Gosh, when was it? August last year? I think he was given 6 weeks to 12 months to go, but you know, he's made it way past the 6 weeks. We put him on a high protein diet. Then around 3-4 months ago, he started going through, oh, that was Bindi just moving. He started going through the cancer weight loss. So the high protein diet, I'm just going to put it out there in case anyone's interested. For breakfast, he gets microwaved egg all mushed up, so a scrambled egg. He gets a big spoonful of yogurt. He gets his homemade dog food, because I've been making the dog food for years now, and he gets grain-free biscuits. So the quality ones too, but the homemade dog food is pretty much a kilo of fatty mince, so stuff that I wouldn't cook for myself. Fatty mince, about 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 4 cups of chicken stock, usually, sometimes beef stock, a half kilo of mixed, half kilo or kilo, I think it's half kilo of mixed half kilo of broccoli cauliflower, and half kilo of diced pumpkin, which comes pre-diced, just bought from the supermarket, and a cup of oats and a cup of basmati rice. Put it all in a pot, turn the pot on low, stir it every 20 minutes or so, and it cooks up really nicely. So sorry about that long explanation. It was just pretty much if you wanted it for your own pets. Really easy to make. Just put it in a big pot, cook it all up until the rice and oats are all totally expanded, and the vegetables are really soft and mushy, and then I just put it in a container in the fridge. So just in case you're wanting it, and he's doing fabulously on that diet. For lunch and supper, he gets canned puppy food, but again, a good quality one, quite a decent amount. But I also have to give Bindi a tablespoon of that as well, because can't give Spotty food without Bindi getting it. So he gets that for lunch and supper, and dinner for Spotty is he gets the homemade dog food, the biscuits, but he also gets a tin of sardines in olive oil. So no other additives, just tin of sardines in olive oil. But I'll tell you what, he's doing great. Okay, and heart absolutely goes out to Linda G with having to put Lulu down yesterday. At the end of the day, if they are suffering, that is one of the best blessings we can give our animals, is to ease their path forward. Okay, now after four minutes of waffly about a dog food menu, post-regime. Going to use the Osho Zen Tarot. These were my mother's cards. I've got my little cheat sheet here, but I've also got the book here for if I need some further information. So let's have a look. And what have I got on the bottom there while I was shuffling? I've got completion. Now, the purple is the major arcana, and we've got the last puzzle piece going in, 21, the world card, the last the major arcana. We are at the ending of what is. And I love that I was shuffling, yapping away, and there it is on the bottom. The completion card, the last puzzle pieces are going into place. This is about a new world, a new era, stepping through the portal into this new beginning. Now, it's not necessarily a portal like a Stargate or something like that. This is just end of an era, beginning of a new era, and we are at this ending. We are so close. And then the second card I've got here is the integration card. The second one on the bottom of the deck. Now, what number is this? 10, 14. So this is the Temperance card. Let me just double check that. Yes, it is. It's the Temperance card. It's a return to balance. It's a return to the moderation. It is about a return to sanity. But the word I got when I wrote down post-regime world was I got the word kindness. So we are at this last stages where we will return to this balanced, the word I'm getting is integrity. But it is also very much about what we want to choose to be in those cups as part of this balance. Oh, love that. How about that for the two cards on the bottom? Let me put them back randomly as I was yapping away. So, what is this post-regime world? What do we need to know? And it's, after the intensity of the other two readings I did today, I feel so incredibly calm because we are at the last vestiges. Now, I know a lot of you have said that in comments section, etc., about Sterling with the orange idiot fleeing to the Middle East. Yeah, that was always on his cards. I've always said that was his intention. But I think that door might have closed on him. You cannot bring about what you did in Persia and bring about in Persia and insult MBS the way you did, etc. and so forth. And he can't travel anyhow. His health is not good enough to travel that sort of distance. And this threw out while I was talking about it, the abundance card. It's the King of Pentacles, the abundance. Let me see what's next. He's coming to an end. His era is coming to an end. I've always seen that his intention is to flee there. I've said it right from the start. His intention was always to flee to the Middle East, but he would be stopped. Didn't know how. Thought it might have been Secret Service. Didn't know that it was going to be his health. Didn't know that it was going to be him bringing about a conflict in that neck of the woods. But yeah, his ability at abundance, and this is also oligarchical energy. This is the oligarchs with their mega billions, etc. It's an end of an era for them. And what I've got on the bottom here is, what's this? 10 Innocence. The Innocence card. Now I'm looking at this going, what is this card? Because if I read the correct number, this is the Sun card. 10. Oh, no, yes, it is. 19, the Sun card. Wouldn't have thought that was the Sun card. And then we've got Guilt. And if anything looks like the Sun card, it's this one. This is the King of Wands, bringing forward information, revelation. I'm going to have to check that one because I'm going to pause you for a minute, and then we've got schizophrenia, the Two of Swords. I'm just going to pause you for a second, check that, because for some reason I mean, that does not, to me, look like a sun card. But we've got revelation, information being brought forward about guilt. So I'm just going to pause you for 2 seconds. Hang on. Okay, there's a reason why they pause me, because they want me to read. So this card, the card of innocence, Zen says that if you drop knowledge, and within knowledge everything is included, your name, your identity, everything, because this has been given to you by others, if you drop all that has been given by others, you will have a totally different quality to your being. Innocence. Right, so that's one meaning of this card. This is basically shining a light on who you are without the external applications. However, this is also a crucifixion of the persona, a resurrection of your innocence. You will become a child again and reborn. So that's pretty much the sun card. But the crucifixion of the persona, as information is brought forward about guilt, that is bringing a completion to this oligarchical energy. Are pretty powerful cards. So where do we go from here? Let's have a look. What information do you... So this is what's going to happen to bring about the completion. This is the completion process, the last puzzle pieces going in. What do we need to know about the post regime? Okay, it's not an overnight. I do see that the whole process from the fall to the end of the rebuild is going to take around 10 years. Which they do. I mean, if you look at the last incarnation was 1945, was the end of the conflict, and it's absolutely going to take courage. And again, a major arcana. So what have we got? The 8 being strength. Absolutely. This is about in amongst the rubble, the blossoming, the growth, the strength of what can be beautiful. There's a secondary one just starting to emerge there. And if you think about roadways and pathways and gutters, etc., concrete, but somehow the flowers always seem to find a way into the cracks to bring something that is beautiful. And if I'm looking at the bottom, we've got transformation. A lot of major arcanas coming out in regards to this reading. Transformation, which is about death and rebirth. And I keep getting it's going to take around 10 years. And if you think of 1945 and the destruction that was wrought in the lead up to that, and that was decades leading up to that. That wasn't just the simple 39 to 45 that the rest of the world were involved in, or the 41 to 45, is that right, that the US, or 40 to 45, can't remember, that the US was involved. It took about 10 years for the world to actually recover properly. Now, I know not for the UK, Britain, etc., spent decades recovering, but we were pretty much settled into the new with about the 10 years afterwards. So we've got strength and courage required for this reblossoming out of the rubble. We've got the death card, the transformation. It is about the end of what was, so the new can be reborn. It's not just death, it's death and rebirth. What will come out? And then I have the innocence card, the sun card. Again, this is about, listen, grasshoppers, this is about going within. learning your inner self rather than what has been imposed on you. Also love the blossoms there, the cherry blossoms. My guides keep telling me, watch for the cherry blossoms. And I believe in DC, they are just about to be peak blooming. But the Sun card, going within, looking within, rebirthing who you truly are for this new era. Let go of what was. This is the Eight of Cups, walking away from what no longer serves, letting go of past whatevers that we've been hanging on to that no longer serve us. As we enter this era of the new vision. This is the Hanged Man card, seeing things from a different point of view. Letting go of what was. Just because something was always done a certain way does not mean we need to continue to do something that way. And whether that's the idol tree of money, whether it's a constitution that needs to be rewritten, whatever it is, we need to let go of what emotionally is keeping us held back, and seeing things from a different point of view so that we can move forward. This is about the Ten of Pentacles, suppression, the burden. We need to put down the burden. It is an ending of the plan, the messaging, an ending. Put it down. And then we've got intensity. In this particular card, because that is going that way, it is the Knight of Wands. Fiery movement forward. And fiery movement forward. Okay, so again, we're getting the process, because I think what is needed to be known is what we need for this next 10 years. And it's not going to be 10 years of the same. It's 10 years of starting from the collapse, to where we can take a breath, where we can actually know that we are in this new energy. Tower card. As I split the deck to start shuffling. Tower card. Yeah. The tearing down of what was so that we can rebuild. Tearing down what was that was built on foundations that were not true, that were not honest, so that we can rebuild something stronger, something better, something new, and something in kindness. And what it is, we've got this experiencing, Three of Wands, tearing down what was so we can rebuild. This is about looking overseas to see what works elsewhere. And speaking of what works elsewhere, I did actually, was going to post it but never got around to it, a little article that's come out about Glasgow was once Europe's murder capital of Scotland. So Scotland created a task force that treated crime as a symptom of poverty and trauma, because if you steal people's monies, if they can't earn a living, if they can't eat, if they can't pay their rent, if they cannot survive, if their children are starving, they will steal. And if they are uneducated and they see no way out, joining gangs to belong to something that is more powerful. So Scotland created a task force that treated crime as a symptom of poverty and trauma. They offered jobs and support instead of punishment, and the murder rates dropped in that period by half. Treat people like people, with dignity, with compassion, with potential, with possibilities, with a future that they can actually get excited about. And you will see them blossom. Not everyone, there is always a percentage, but the majority. And that's what Mamdani is doing in New York. The crime level apparently has plummeted from what I have read in New York. Let me know if that's not true. But this is about going within and finding the emotional flow. This is what is on offer to us. It's whether we take it up or not. This is what's on offer. We are being presented the opportunity to harvest this new. This is what is coming for us, and it is the choices are ours to take. This is what's on offer, the Four of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the harvest, the opportunities that are being offered. It will take courage, strength, absolutely, to rebuild. But we've got the dream, the Six of Cups. Dreamers of what is possible, of what can be. And then make it happen with the King of Wands, the Creator. Create it. Doesn't have to be revolutionary, mind-blowingly, hugely world-changing. Be as simple as becoming a kitten fosterer, or setting up a pantry, or starting art classes, perhaps not charging, but setting up art classes, or just the cost to cover the basic materials. Whatever it is that you are going to bring into this new world does not need to be huge, dramatic, science confounding, whatever it is. It can be as simple as starting a weekend, reading group or something for 5-year-olds. Or if you've got a dog that loves people and is really well behaved, trust me, you've got to have that really well behaved part, that they go to the school and children can sit and read to the dog because dogs are non-judgmental. There's just so much that we can do just on our simple level. Propagate plants and give them away. I planted my garlic this morning. I've got about 3 times as much seed garlic as what I actually need or what I can put in. I'll keep a little bit and set up a couple more pots, but I'm going to give the rest away because it is locally climatized. I grew it in my last property that we moved from a couple of months, 6 months ago or whatever it was. So it's locally acclimatized, and it's beautiful, beautiful garlic. Italian pink it is. I have no room for the seed stock. I've got plenty of eating stuff, so I'll just give it away. Simple things that we can do. Set up a vergeside community garden. I mean, even if you're in a terrace house with no yard or something, some pots out the front with some herbs in or something, so that people can come and, I mean, there will be those that sort of steal a lot, but so people can come and get a piece of parsley or some basil or chives or whatever to put in their dinner. There are so many possibilities because we are in this rebirth. This is the Ten of Swords, a rebirth moment. Down, out, stabbed in the back beyond belief, taken down, but on the line of strength and the playing of music. That could be something. Just play music in a public place. Not for busking, just to bring joy. Or busking, but this is about this new beginning. This is an ending where we cannot be stabbed in the back anymore. It is time to rise in this new rebirth. Okay, so knowing that we are entering this era of kindness, what else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Speaking of kindness, one of my beautiful viewers sent me this handmade in the amethyst colour with a pentacle and an amethyst to keep these cards in. I just love that so much. I don't know if they made it themselves or they bought it, but it is so precious because it was handmade. I mean, I would have loved it just as much if somebody had just ordered it online, but because of the fact that it is something that has obviously not been machine made, not been mass produced, it has come from the hands of somebody who invested time and love into it. It just is so incredibly precious, as is this sign, this entertainment only. One of my gorgeous viewers made me this. Made the card, printed out the card, put it onto a beautiful backing board, printed out the entertainment only sticker and applied it to the front. It's raised, it's applied to the front of this frame and sent it to me. It's just beautiful. Now that's not telling you to send me stuff because trust me, I have a lot of stuff, but so incredibly special. And this entertainment only sign, somebody's designed that and printed it onto, it's on metal, printed it for me. And the dragonflies, handmade dragonflies, this particular one, again, all tangled up in my lights there, made at a market, and they saw it, handmade at the and saw it at the markets and bought it and sent it to me. Absolutely beautiful. Doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be major. But if it comes from the heart, if it comes from kindness, huge. Do not underestimate how life-changingly intense that is going to be. Woo-wee. And yes, it can be something mass-produced, but if it is given out with love, it's just so much more important. So what anything else we need to know about this post-regime world that comes from the heart, that is heart-based, not capital-based? And as the meme came across my social media this morning that basically said, the defense of capitalism is most intense amongst those who have no capital. True as. The biggest defense of this rampant external greed comes from those that have nothing. We're shifting into this new world where it's this into this new world. And the two cards that flew out, no thingness, the Hierophant. Sure, this is the Hierophant. Yes, it is. But I'm actually going to read the Osho Zen Tarot meaning of it, because in this darkness, in this emptiness, it's a five. Fives mean obstacles and choices that need to be made, and decisions. In this no thingness emerges the blossom of the courage, of the strength. Now, I am going to look up what this no thingness means in the book, what they say. So, in regards to this, Buddha has chosen one of the really very potential words, shunyata. The English word, or the English equivalent, is nothingness. And it is okay, the English equivalent, nothingness, is not such a beautiful word, so they call it no thingness. That's why they've made it no thingness, because the nothing is not just nothing, it is all. It is vibrant with possibilities. It is potential, absolute potential. It is unmanifested potential, but it contains all. In the beginning is nature. In the end is nature. So why in the middle do we make so much fuss? Why in the middle do we become worried, anxious, ambitious? Why create despair? No thingness is the whole journey. No thingness is the whole journey. And out of the rubble, with courage and strength, we can create something beautiful. Now I really, really, really feel like crying. And then I turn over the card on the top, which is the Hanged Man, but the new vision, the new world, the new that we want. And with that, it will bring healing. King of Cups, healing. Deep breath. Hang on to your hair. But this rebirth, Seven of Swords, after shuffling, we've got this card again at the bottom. After the Seven of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords. This is rebirth, the ending and the beginning. Ace of Swords, consciousness, truth, honesty, strategy, new beginning, new consciousness. The star, the silence of the star of hope and healing. Four of Cups, go within. Going to end it there. But next was the Nine of Pentacles, but my guides just said no. Go within to find your strength. Because we are in this age, we are entering this age of healing with the star, the strength, the silence, as we have this unlimited potential to create something beautiful out of what was. Love to you all. Take care. Catch you later.